So a friend has just bought this new flower arranging magazine. Well, actually, I don't know if it is a flower arranging magazine. It's called The Flower Patch. And she said that she picked it up with her Sainsbury's shop. And I think it is available in other supermarkets and other newsagents. And before I decide whether I want to buy it, I asked if I could borrow the magazine to see whether it was something I might have to buy in the future. And I'm zooming in here to show you that it costs £9.99 a copy, so it isn't a cheap option. I always think it's nice to be able to have a bit of a preview before you decide whether you want to go ahead and buy. So they're on Instagram, and here is the index pages. So it's got an item on growing, arranging here, giving flowers, and flourishing. So as I'm particularly interested in flower arranging, let's skip to page 68. I think it said, 68. And here we have an article. It says arranging notes, must have tools and inspiration, a little floral history and advice from the experts. So it's got some absolutely beautiful pictures. The essential tote bag. I don't know about you, but I don't really keep my flowers in bags, but they do look fabulous if you are photographing your flowers for social media. Making a clean cut. Collectibles, the flower frog. Wow. Well, they're where's the flower frogs? These are glass flower frogs. I know I've got one shaped like that, and also I've got lots of metal ones as well, but they seem to be a real in thing at the moment. Sort of backlash against flower foam that isn't biodegradable. And tackling thorny issues. These must be rose strippers, I guess. Yeah, rose strippers up here. I will say I haven't had much success with rose strippers, and I prefer to take my rose thorns off with a knife. And getting inspiration from the experts. Floral Diane and Florist to the Stars Vic Brotherson has a gorgeous feed with the latest arrangements you could try for yourself. So you could follow Vic Brotherson at Scarlet and Violet. In fact, I've got a couple of her books, and she really is a fantastic florist. And then the Elements of Floral Design, Aurelia Chazar. Now I've got 2 books by Aurelia, and they are really lovely. This one actually I've got, which is the Flower Workshops book, and I think she's also done one on wreaths as well, door wreaths. So it's advice there: start with colour, design with foliage, the secret ingredient, find your focus, think texture, source seasonally and locally, which almost seems like sound advice. And then choosing the right vase. Now Ellie and Anna and Ellie from the Flower Appreciation Society, I've previously on my YouTube channel done a review of their book called The Flower Appreciation Society, so it's well worth a read. And they arrange their flowers. They've got stacks and stacks of these vintage bowls, because they don't like to use flower foam either. And if you followed my decluttering, you'll notice I've got a vase similar to this and a vase similar to that. So it's nice seeing everything neatly arranged, and I like the fact here it's all on view so you can see what you've got. I've even got one of these swan vases as well. And talking about shapes, so she's got low, cone, cube and bottles. And then down there, mini vases, novelty shapes, columns and rounded. Novelty shapes are really, really difficult to arrange in. So I think it says here, it's not everyone's quiche cup of tea. And I'd have to agree with that. And then looks like they're going to take you through a flower arrangement, creating a fan display. And there it has a how-to do that. So you'll need to buy the magazine if you want that advice. And if you don't already follow Rona Wielden, she's a blogger who's sort of a training florist in social media, and all sorts of, it's a good source of interest if you want someone else to follow on social media. She also does reports for Covent Garden Market, so you can find out what's available at Covent Garden. She's talking here about social media, why use Instagram, photographing your flowers, posting your photos on Instagram, and then some florists to follow. So we've got Joe Flowers, the Blue Carrot, Florette, Green and Gorgeous, the Hunter, the Flower Hunter, and the Garden Gate Flower Company. They're all beautiful florists. and then doing some sort of DIY, creating your own pots. And I think I thought I'd seen these pictures before. They've come from Holly Becker's book, Decorate with Flowers. And I think possibly I might have done a review of that as well. I've definitely reviewed one of Holly's books, and I can't remember which one it was now. So they'll have a blog post I can link back to for that. But this is decoupage with, looks like she's using fabric, floral prints. Looks like Liberty print there, I'm not sure. And then the magazine continues. So I won't spoil it all for you, but just to flick through to see whether you think the magazine might be worth buying, or with Easter coming up, whether you want to ask for a magazine instead of having an Easter egg. So I hope you've enjoyed that, and I'll see you another time.